is listening to this program. I'm the director of the Institute of Science and Theology. We are Christian apologists, and our purpose is to defend Christianity or defend God. In these days, there are many organizations and professors, particularly Professor Richard Dawkins and Professor Kettlewell, who have written books trying to prove that there is no God. God delusion in particular, which is being read worldwide. So the Institute of Science is in the business of trying to answer some of these questions that they pose. And fortunately, we have come out with at least the first book, which is directly in answer to what these people are claiming. They are saying that there's no God, and their arguments are based on their research findings, which are excellent, there's no doubt about that, but their conclusions are not justified. This is what we are trying to do now. They base their arguments on probability, which have been proved wrong. Schrodinger's equation, which started, and that gives the basis for probability, assumed probability because Bohr was not sure how to solve the Schrodinger's equation. But we have been able to solve the Schrodinger's equation without any need for probability. So the arguments for probability, even in their conclusions, are not legitimate anymore. If you look at the book God Delusion, all the assumptions have no proof. This is probable, this is not probable. So this is our answer. We've got a book called The Universe Was Created by God. And it can be bought from any bookshop. It can be bought from amazing.co.uk. And you can contact us at 353A Brockley Road, London, SE4 2AG if you want to buy copies. I'm only going to tell you a little bit about what is in the book. The book is just simplified version. It could be a very big book, but it's so condensed. And the idea is that the universe is not probabilistic, but deterministic. The idea of probability is squashed, so determinism is the answer. If you solve Schrodinger's equation and not use probability and use the answer Professor Boateng or I myself got, then you come back to certain laws of nature which science have not been able to unearth yet. Some of the laws are in the book, and from them you are able to conclude that the universe was created by God, and I'm going to enumerate some of them. When you solve Schrodinger's equation by his method, there are many important results which have never been noticed, which you will notice. While the probability curve, as you call the probability function that they assume it is, you get the amplitude to be constant. But when you use my method, the amplitude is not constant. So the frequencies actually vary with energy, with gravity, etc. So if you go through the book, you will see the differences. And the solution to has got not one, as said in Bohr's system, but 4 main reasons. Now this is done, it's all not coded in the book because the book is just condensed. But you need Hermitian conditions to be able to have the complete solution. And Hermitian conditions will give you 4 distinct solutions to Schrodinger's equation. So when you use that, then you are able to understand the wave functions properly. Now then the wave functions are able to describe elementary particles in nature. So all the particles in nature can be described by Schrodinger's equation. This is in fact what Einstein was looking for. He never accepted Bohr's theory because he said that the solution was not complete. Now, when you get the complete solution that I have done, you'll be able to see how nature behaves, how the wave functions behave, according to energy, according to frequency, and so on. Now, when you put all this together, and assuming that you sum all the wave functions in the universe, you get the universe. So if you sum all the particles, summing all the wave functions in the universe is the same as summing all the particles in the universe, and therefore you get the universe. Then according to quantum mechanics, the summation should also follow the same laws that have got. And therefore the frequencies will also vary as the energy, as gravity, and so on. So you can then see that the universe actually can expand, which is now coming, even though we haven't used the knowledge of Big Bang at all. You can see that there are distinct expansion laws. As the universe expands, gravity and frequency and energy will change. And time also changes according to Einstein, because when gravity is changing according to Einstein's quantization of time, the time also will change because gravity is changing. So by the time you put all these functions together, you come to the conclusion that when the universe started to expand, right from the beginning, the time was zero. Which means that the universe came from an eternal state, because a zero time means that it was in eternal. It's only God that exists in zero time. So the universe started from an eternal state into the present position. And if actually it came from eternal state, and it's only God that lives in eternal state, then it simply means that the universe came from God. And there's no other way you can argue on that. Now this book, there are many things that you can go on to see that even in an expansion of the, if I'm now going to back about the Big Bang, you can see that the Big Bang itself has got some stages which are revealed also in the Bible. They are talking of inflation in the Big Bang, and the inflation took place at microseconds after the Big Bang started. Now this is what I term as the Holy Spirit activity, because there can never be any reason for it. It is the gushing of the universe, the Holy Spirit, from the state of eternal position to physical state. So the universe was definitely created by God. If you want a copy of the book to buy, you can contact amazing.co.uk, or you can go to istheology.com, or you can contact us at 353A Brooklyn Road, London SE42AG. You can also contact me directly if you are within London, and my mobile is 0790 468 0664. Thank you.